guys, that snazzy iPhone guy, this is Quinn here with you today, and this is the Speck Candyshell drop test. Now the Speck Candyshell is known as one of the most popular cases, but there's a lot of people who like to hate on it. There's a lot of people that don't like the design, that don't feel that it offers good or ample protection, and we're going to put that to the test. See if the Speck Candyshell does in fact make a difference on your iPhone. Now we do have a screen shield in place here because it comes with one, and that could affect, or that could, I don't think it will, but it may affect the outcome of the case if rocks or something gets on there. We're going to do several drops this time though, instead of just the one 22-foot drop. Now this drop we'll do several times. We'll do one from waist height, as if we're going to stick it into our pocket, but it falls. This is about 3 feet. We're going to do one from my ear, and I'm going to fumble to catch it, but I won't to avail, and it'll fall to the ground. I'll do one at a brisk pace while I drop it, and this is all on concrete, all on pavement, and then I'll do one from 8 feet above my head, and then I will do one from a balcony, which is about 18 feet, 17 feet, maybe even 16, and then we'll do the 22-foot roof drop. And I'm excited, guys. This is a $35 case, so it's not a cheapie, but I do want to see if it offers good protection. Mine's pretty well used, pretty well worn, but there are no dents. There's nothing wrong with it yet. All right, so the first one is from my pocket, and here we go. So I go to put it in, but it falls. All right, now I'm just going to come up here. Okay, so you can see that there are some dents in the side here. There's two. The other two sides are pretty good. It's just these two sides that it bounced and then bounced and then bounced or something like that. I didn't fully see it, but you can see there are a few. That scraped up the plastic pretty well. And that was just from 2 feet. The case is fine, the phone is fine, but if you were to keep going, if you did this 100 times, or not 100, but 3 or 4 or 5, because I've done it before. I just stick it in. Well, that was cool. I stick it in and it falls out. It happens to everyone. It happens all the time. So it's kind of unimpressive that the case is already scratched, that the case is already broken. But, what can you do? Okay, this next one is from a higher, or a bit more of a drop. I'm just going to do it for my ear. I'm going to fumble to catch it, but I won't. And it's happened to me before, so I catch it every time because I'm a ninja. But if you're not able to do this, this is what's going to happen. All right, you ready, cameraman?
All right.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So that was a bit of a fall. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, this is pretty chowder from this fall. Okay, so you can see on this case that things are pretty poor off. That's scraped. It's scraped all the way down the side. It's scraped here pretty badly, scraped on the front pretty badly, scraped on the back. Everywhere. There's some good scratches here and there. And oh man, look at that. Even the bottom, the plastic snapped. Can you see that? So that was a pretty bad fall, and that's a typical fall. That's one where you're just holding the phone, you're talking on the phone, and oops, I dropped it. But the phone is still intact, it's still fine, it's just your case. Your case isn't loving it right now. Okay, so we're going to try this one. We're going to be walking at a brisk pace, and we're going to drop the phone just onto the ground, and we're going to see how that one goes. All right, so we're going to be walking here, and drop it. Okay, here's 8 feet. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Oh, baby, that was not good. All right, so that took straight back down. You can see here the whole back of the device. I guess you can't see because the clouds are in the way. Let me zoom down. The whole face of the device is scratched like crazy. That's terrible right there. This case, you could still use it, but I wouldn't. It's pretty chowdered. But that was from straight down. Now let's try from a corner. The corner does have these little rubber inlays, which to me it kind of seems like they do bounce a little bit. So we'll try 8 feet onto the corner. See, now that took another fall back down. We'll try one more time. Everything's still fine. We'll try one more corner and see if it lands on the corner. That one kind of did, but really most of them, by the time you're in that air, it goes back down, which I don't know if that's the best. Preferably, I think it would be better if it went face down, because there's this whole rubber outlay. So if you took the initial shock on the face, then it bounced over. That would be better there and better in that regard. Once again, that's the point of a case. The case is to protect the device, and if the device itself is protected, which it is, then I'm happy. I'm not having problems with it. So let's stick this back in there and let's go inside to do the balcony drop. See, this is 17 feet, we measured it out, so let's try this. Now that did not sound good. Ninja! It fell back first. I mean, that was quite a fall, but as you can see, there's no problems with it. I'm pretty impressed. I mean, it still turns on, still operates great, and you know, I'm pretty impressed with this case. For being as thin, being as slim as it is, it's taken a pretty good beating. And my phone, not a scratch on it. And so that's good. That's good. We're good and proud of that. Now let's go to the 22-foot roof drop. Okay guys, this is the Speck Candyshell drop. It's taken a few beatings now, but the phone is fine. The case is pretty bad off, but the phone is fine. Now this is a 22-foot drop. What's the likelihood that you're physically going to drop your phone from this height? Really low. Holy crap, there's a bee. And but you know, it's always a factor. We're always going to try. We're always going to see how it goes. All right, so 1, 2, 3, drop. All right, so guys, as you can see, there is quite a bit of carnage. If you look at this, the phone actually popped open. Let me rip this out to show you. There's this volume rocker that's been lodged inside of the phone. The shell's cracked in a few places. I can kind of pull the screen up if you can see that there. So it's just not a good fall. Speck Candyshell. Can you drop it? Yes. Do you want to drop it from 22 feet? Probably not. So thanks guys for watching. That was the Candyshell drop, and as always, stay snazzy.